Hey everyone, this is Chris, and you're listening to One Cross Radio. And today we are joined by three lifelong buddies. Mike.
Hey.
Mike is back.
I'm back.
One of my most frequent guests.
Yes, this is a very special episode.
It is. I'm just thinking of those old 90s things before shows. Today on a very special Blossom.
Special episode of Identity Matters.
We are, yes, a very special episode of Clone Eye. We are also joined by Christian.
Hello.
And first-time guest, Darko.
First-time caller, full-time listener.
What?
Do you actually listen?
Do you actually listen?
Not even once.
I'm nodding my head.
In a no variety.
In a shaking manner.
In a shaking manner that says, no, I never listened to this.
What are we doing here again?
What is this place?
Where are we?
Why are there microphones?
No.
Sir, are you waving your hands in front of my face?
Call back.
Much like the last time I had 2 out of 3 of these gentlemen, we don't have a planned topic. We are just kind of seeing where the wind blows, or, well, the wind's not blowing because the doors are closed. There's no breeze in this house. So
I see a crack in the door.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Linda kind of scratched it down. I've really got to fix that. So.
Podcast.
Well, thanks to the podcast. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week with a very special episode.
Very special episode.
Something.
Full house.
Oh, man.
So,
Seriously,
host, Chris,
Yeah,
what are we talking about?
we can talk
Pasta?
we can talk about movies for a while, even though we do that all the time. But that's just how we go.
I feel like it's going to be a very disjointed conversation.
Oh.
And no, that is how
wild.
this goes. Last time we were going to jump into talking about Thor Ragnarok, and somehow we ended up talking about celebrities and all the terrible things going on with them. For a solid 40 minutes before we got to the planned topic.
Yeah.
We were looking at, Mike brought up how Chris Pratt had accidentally offended deaf people. Let's do a hilarious joke where he, Mike said Chris Pratt was signing from blind people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a mistake.
Yeah. So since the last time... It's been ages since we've gotten together. Mike and I see each other every couple times a month, but Christian I haven't seen since the last time he was on the podcast. And Darko, I haven't seen you since my wedding.
Which was, what,
2014? Yeah, so it's been over 4 years.
Crazy.
Over 4 years. And dear listener, Darko, Mike and Christian and I have known each other since middle school. Actually, Christian I've known since elementary school.
Yeah.
Darko was the...
I came in a little later.
You came in...
I came in late to the game, but
he was it was the fourth wheel.
Just as integral.
After
I did change it.
after Tommy switched schools, and Tommy, hope you're having a good day at work, buds. After
Wash them dishes.
It's
After-
okay you don't love us enough to be here.
after Tommy switched schools, we met Darko in high school, and then we all had a very similar sense of humor.
All downhill from there.
Yeah, no. I think back to the times in high school, some of the things we said to each other, I'm just man, we did not need, we didn't need enemies, because we were so horrible to each other.
It's really surprised that we're friends, because we're so terrible to each other. We're like the Seinfeld characters. We're terrible people.
But
To each other.
less likable.
Yeah, less likable than the Seinfeld characters.
We were like the grumpy old Muppets, but instead of to everyone else, to each other.
Yeah. Instead of grumpy, terrible people.
Yes.
Terrible.
Hilarious at times, but terrible. But then there was it's interesting because even though we were so awful, there was a lot of fun, genuine moments of friendship and stuff. You guys stayed at my mom's place with me for an entire March break.
Did we?
Yeah, no.
I'm thinking about that for the past month or so.
Yeah.
Man, I can't remember that.
Oh man, it
You
was
guys have pizza all the time.
Yeah, no, that week you guys came over on a Friday. We went to St. Catharines for 3 days, but we didn't leave until the Tuesday. So you guys just stayed over from Friday to Tuesday. Then we went to St. Catharines. We got back on a Friday. You stayed over again until Sunday. We played non-stop Medal of Honor.
Oh.
At one point...
Oh yeah.
Darko was making bacon in the kitchen. Chucked the bacon and then
Onto
hit
my
Christian in the face. And just slid down.
Most of the
Audible slap.
embarrassing moments I've had in my life are actually Darko doing something humiliating to me.
I was there for all the embarrassing moments.
So really,
Basically.
what were your experiences being bullied?
Well, I had a friend named Darko.
Darko farted in my face once. He threw a piece of bacon onto my face.
You guys gave me Jello that you had previously eaten.
That was not.
Wait, what?
I don't
Yes.
feel good about that.
Jello?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
Dude.
I wish I didn't remember that.
That we had previously eaten?
Yes. Yes, you told me after you chewed it and then slightly recooked it and then put it in the fridge because you knew it was coming over like 4 hours later, you monsters. That was a fun week though because then we were in St. Catharines and we ended up like sliding down the stairs from Pascal's attic downstairs on like cardboard. We filmed the Clash to the Ninjas 3.
Yeah.
The music video for that Simple Plan song where we all had to look disgusted at Tommy.
Which is easy.
That's just a Tuesday.
What makes you think you're allowed to do this? Nothing gives you the right. This is so weird.
Luna looks like a bear right now.
So, listener,
conflict with
Luna's
nothing.
downstairs with us.
She's accosting Christian.
She's got a
Oh, this is my ball.
Oh, Luna, come on. Come on now.
Luna has a ball and she's climbing up Christian, being like, "Look at my
Into
ball."
my face. Not dropping it in my lap.
Luna's also another lifelong friend we went to high school with.
Yes,
Just
she was there for the good
take
times.
my
and the
spot.
She was the missing piece. Yeah, and then we all bonded over music,
movies.
big time movies. Which earlier today, Darko and I were having several severe disagreements about.
Very aggressive
Aggressive disagreements
yes.
that
I lost a 9.
brings out my less jovial and more sassy side. Like, name me one movie.
Throwing some sass today.
Where it's like it's all this. Name me one movie that did that.
Yeah, Darko couldn't.
How about that movie with the thing?
Oh yes.
That's a
That one.
really good example.
That was a good one.
Oh, that one? That was a good one.
So I guess that a fun one would be out of we could do any movies, but for me most of the time it's superhero or whatever. What would be some of your guys' favorite movies of the year?
I don't watch movies.
You know what?
Listen, Christian.
Like I'm like a cool person.
I saw Bird Box yesterday on Netflix. It's a new Netflix movie with Sandra Bullock and
It's a pretty dark one.
people are calling it A Quiet Place.
Yeah,
but
I've heard
with the
that.
opposite sense. They couldn't look instead of not being able to speak in Quiet Place.
Yeah.
The first hour was pretty solid. Well, the movie was good. But the first hour, I'd say, was pretty interesting. Just like, what are these monsters or demons or whatever they are? Because you never find out what they actually are.
Well, that's frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, it was enjoyable. I had a good time. Yeah. Somebody take this from me. Take the baton.
Movie doesn't sound interesting to me at all. I don't think I'll ever see it. And then after this conversation, I'll forget all about it.
All right. What else do
My
this?
3-line review. Tune in next
I feel like
week.
they could do a mashup of Lady Bird Box.
Lady Bird.
Lady Bird Box. I don't know what kind of genre that would be, but you know.
Yeah, I didn't see Lady Bird, but I heard
Lady Bird was okay. Like everyone went ape wild over it, but I thought it was an okay movie. I liked Little Miss Sunshine better.
I wonder if it struck a.
Censoring himself.
I appreciate it, Darko. I appreciate it.
Wow.
It's not.
I'm glad everyone.
Disingenuous
I'm
of
glad
you.
everyone
If you
caught
can,
that.
Ape Wild.
well, last
Just making
time,
up.
last time, Christian snuck in a bideus, which I couldn't even cut in post because I'm like, this is too funny. Like,
It's so endearing. What a charming individual.
I appreciate it.
Where's it going?
The audacity.
Yeah, but the way you're describing it is, I didn't feel this way. I loved Juno, but at the time, some people were like, everybody was going nuts for Juno, and then some people were like, "This movie is all right."
It was a fine movie.
I don't see what the huge deal is. I did love Juno. Like I thought it was a
Yeah.
great one.
You know, Juno reminded me of this movie that I saw in my youth. That I believe was called Little Giants.
Yeah.
And
I don't see how the two are similar anyway.
well,
Where was
yourself
the-
in for a
Where was
Sit down, Mike, and strap yourself in.
Juno was like a PG Harmony Korine movie.
Let me ask,
Oh.
Christian. I need some explaining. Where was there an unplanned teen pregnancy in the children's football movie Little Giants?
one of the main protagonists, a girl who went by the name of Icebox.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Is this a dirty
No,
Too
joke?
far. No, the joke is gonna.
Oh no! Oh no!
Don't censor yourself. That's so disingenuous. Come on.
This is different. This is gonna hurt people. Never mind.
Irreparable harm.
Minimize those sound
But
waves
do you
and cut and paste.
remember that movie? I like that movie. I've been thinking about that a lot lately for some reason because I haven't seen it since I was like 8 or 9.
I actually had to download it because you can't find the DVD anywhere.
Wait, you downloaded Little Giants?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Like, you know what? I always associate that movie with Sandbox. I love Sandbox,
I
man.
mean, Sandlot?
Sandlot. Yeah.
Sandlot.
So many box titles.
Icebox, sandbox.
Bird
had-
Box.
Yeah.
Lady Bird Box.
Yeah, we had Little Giants, Mighty Ducks, Mighty Ducks 2, which was even better. Sandlot, friggin'.
Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year,
Rookie of the Year.
which
Me too'd by your dog, man.
I saw a lot of. Oh no, no! I saw the other day. It was just like the Facebook memory shows up, and it's like a lot of tweets I did where it was suddenly like Rookie of the Year because I'd watched it for the first time in ages because it was on Netflix. That movie's so bad, but the right kind of so bad. It's
enjoyable.
Like The Room or Samurai Cop.
no, those are
No, that's different.
No, that's a different kind of so bad it's good. This one was just. It's a fun kids movie. It's a bad kids movie, but they can still be enjoyable. Like Rookie of the Year had a young Kate Winslet, who I think went uncredited, and Daniel Craig.
Daniel Stern.
Oh, he was credited as Daniel Stern.
No. Was Daniel Craig in it?
Yeah, he was.
Credit
The whole,
Daniel
the whole.
Daniel Stern was in it.
You mean Marv?
Yeah, Marv.
Who was Marv in Rookie of the Year?
He was the...
Oh, sorry, I was thinking of a kid in King Arthur's Court.
Yeah. Kate Winslet's the...
Wow.
Yeah, that was a very differend movie.
Very different.
Yeah, yeah, no, Marv was in
Yeah, he was
Rookie of the
what
Year.
was he, a pitching coach?
Yeah.
Kid in King Arthur's Court, is that where like a kid who's good at sports, he goes back in time?
Yes.
That's cool. I remember it vaguely.
Baseball somehow saves King Arthur.
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah.
so good.
That makes sense.
There was Little Big League, too, but I never saw that.
Netflix has like a category for all those dumb sports animal
You
movies.
hate everything.
MVP, Little Bud or whatever.
Airbud.
Airbud.
And then
whatever.
they did the
This
crossovers.
feels so empty being so cool.
They did the crossovers of Airbud and Snow Buddies. Air
Yeah.
Buddies?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. They ran out of Airbuds and Snow Buddy movies to make.
Oh, man.
Okay,
Or Snow Dogs.
it's enough of that.
The high-pitched squeak? Yeah, she's got a squeaky ball. That
she
was
does.
going to be the censoring thing, but
Yeah.
I can't get
You
it.
drew it away from.
Oh, sir.
Time it right.
Yeah, Darko, what were some of your favorite movies of the year?
As much as I enjoyed Spider-Verse, I think movie of the year for me has to go to Hereditary. Hereditary was really good.
I've heard that.
Anybody see that?
No. It's been recommended to me.
Yeah, it was. It was sort of like it was touted as kind of the new Get Out, similar sort of caliber, just like a really good horror movie, just really solid.
Was Get Out
Hitchcockian.
this year?
No, it was
No.
last.
Okay, that was great.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
Get Out was fantastic. Have you seen the trailer for Us?
Yeah, I saw it. Creepy, eh?
That could go one of two ways, but it looks good. Like
Yeah.
I want to be hopeful for it.
What is that about?
Jordan Peele's new flick
Oh, he's got a new one
horror
coming.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about this family that's like stalked by themselves, like
Yeah.
copies of themselves.
What?
It looks really
like
good.
creepy copies of themselves.
So,
Yeah.
Doppelgangers.
It's sort of like a home invasion movie, and then they sort of.
It's kind of like
learn.
The Strangers.
Yeah, but I'm guessing it's gonna be good.
Strangers was creepy, man.
It was creepy, but I don't know. It's kind of gimmicky. It was sort of like
You're so disagreeable.
What's Strangers?
It's
They're people you don't know.
That's not important.
There's this couple at home, and what is there? A knock at the door, and there's these 3 people in masks, and they just like terrorize them.
Yeah. That's what I called it.
It's sort of like Funny Games did that better.
What games?
Funny Games.
Funny Games.
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
I thought you were talking about reindeer games for a second.
I thought you were talking about
But also an
Funny
interesting
people.
movie.
But a terrible one.
Yes.
Dude. So Mike said that you were gonna start you were gonna start filming the podcasts and put them on YouTube.
Did I say
And
that?
yeah, I think you told me.
All right.
I can't see who
All
else.
right, well, you go on.
All right, well, so, yeah, so I don't know if you remember, but you've seen The Office, right?
Yeah.
You know when the documentary's about to release, and Andy, he's like on YouTube and he starts getting obsessed with all the comments, and at the very end he sees that Nelly has wrote like it's the first comment on his video that he just posted, "You suck." And I was like, that's what I was gonna do to you. Just a random meme like thing. And I was like, no, I would never. But it'd be really funny. Because I do it announcing and you'd be like, who is this guy? How does he know? Like, what? I just posted it.
This one isn't being recorded, so we're good.
I have to do it to myself. The guy with the glasses.
Oh man.
Literally.
Oh, the other. Yeah, we both do. Take them.
Take me those.
Take me
Only one glasses.
Oh man.
Mastery over the English language. It's not
Syntax
terrified
is-
me at all.
I think my favorite movie of the year was Infinity War.
Infinity Bore.
Oh, sir.
I knew you were going to have some great comments.
Wow.
Them's fighting words.
Infinity War was up there for me. It was a great payoff to like 9, at that point 18 previous movies. Because Marvel movies are less movies and more of like a long running show, just with a multi-million-dollar budget per, or multi-hundred-million-dollar budget per episode. And a great payoff for 10 years. And then Into the Spider-Verse was amazing.
Yep.
Like
Second that.
I did not know it was going to be that good. I'm like, it's Spider-Man. I like Miles Morales, so I'll go check it out. But then the awesome thing about it, aside from the soundtrack, it was like watching a live action.
He's waiting for it.
It was like watching a live action comic book movie. Like watching a comic book.
Yeah.
on the big screen in action, and just it had so many great references which were just so organically in. It wasn't like, hey, here's a joke that if you're a real fan you'll get it and it'll fly over your head if you don't know this stuff. It's jokes that would be funny regardless, but then the more stuff you knew, then the more it would resonate and the more funny it would be. I'm like, that friggin' I loved it because it's accessible to everybody. Like the people who know very little about Spider-Man, especially Miles Morales, or if you're like the deep cuts and you know all the side characters they're referencing, like Spider-Ham, Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man Noir.
John Mulaney. John, have you seen his specials?
No, yes,
He's so good. He's really funny.
Another movie that really surprised me because I didn't like the show it came from was Teen Titans Go to the Movies. I saw that on.
So dumb.
I saw that on a whim. Oh, sorry. All right, that's one. No. I saw that on a whim, but it reminded me a lot of the Lego Batman movie. Like it had whoever wrote the movie knew the characters, so knew how to get the superhero humor like right in the strike zone. There was some hilarious, like dark, messed up jokes. Like at one point Robin's whole quest in the movie is like, everybody's getting a movie made, but no one's taking me seriously. Like Alfred's getting a movie, the Batmobile's getting a movie, the Bat Belt is getting a movie.
That's right.
But it's Robin's not, and it's a whole like a great take on the superhero genre.
The Bat Nipples are getting a movie.
Oh boy. And then
Great.
like the rest of the Titans are trying to get him like in a positive mood because he's like really down about it. So there's this hilarious song with Michael Bolton about like being upbeat, and then he gets Michael Bolton's like CG friggin' cartoon lion gets run over, and then they're all freaking out like, what did we just do? What did we just do? I think his dad's a cop. Run! And then they're like trying to go back in time to so they can be the superheroes, stop all the origins from happening. They direct Batman's parents down like Happy Lane instead of like Crime Alley, and then they get back to the modern time and there's only supervillains, so everything's done. So then they've got to go back and like kill all these people.
What movie is this?
Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
This is like an actual...
Yes.
Oh my god.
So they go back and it's like, okay, well, we're gonna let Krypton be destroyed. We're gonna like bully Wonder Woman. They then like put the pearl necklace on Martha Wayne and direct them down Crime Alley. Yeah. Aquaman is just swimming around as a baby, so like they dropped a thing of plastic pop wrappers like for 6 packs of pop like in the water, so he drowned. Like there's some messed up dark humor that's just so funny.
That does sound funny. I would like
No,
that.
it reminded me a lot. It reminded me a lot of the Lego Batman movie, which was one of my favorite superhero movies. It was just they knew the Batman characters, so with that they knew this one. It surprised the crap out of me.
It's a movie whose title gives you the least amount of context for the content.
Like it was surprisingly well played, Christian.
It's slimy.
It was surprisingly good. Non superhero movie would be dang it, I can't remember the name of it, but it was Annihilation, the one with Natalie Portman that came out. It had some amazing visuals.
We were just talking about that movie.
Sucked.
I liked that movie a lot.
Yeah, no, it was.
No.
I liked it a lot.
Have you seen Ex Machina?
No.
It's very good. It's a better movie.
Yes.
Okay.
Same director, Alex Garland.
It's not a better movie. It's a good movie. Whereas Annihilation is not.
Ex Machina is a better movie. Go see it immediately.
Definitely better because it's good.
On Netflix.
Yeah.
But Annihilation is a more interesting movie.
I just saw it on a whim and I ended up really liking it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
If
I like
you're
the whole
bad
idea.
at knowing what makes a movie good, then yes, I can see why.
Oh my goodness.
If you have no taste, go see Annihilation.
You don't know that you're dumb. Go enjoy.
Transformers is for you.
Dude, okay, no, on all seriousness, what's the There's the Transformers movie that was recently rated like the lowest out of all of them.
Bumblebee?
No, apparently that's the best one.
That's not. It didn't.
But that's
just
not
come
a high
out.
bar to clear. Right?
No, it's not.
No.
It's
like Rise of or Fall
it was
of.
the fifth one or whatever, the second one with Marky Mark.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Fallen?
Yes.
No, I think that was like the third or fourth one.
Well, people are saying that like it had like a weird Transformers sex scene and like some other stuff. Like, did that happen?
I don't know.
I've only seen the first
I didn't
one.
even bother seeing.
Because I was a glutton for punishment, I saw the first 3. I regret it every moment of my life. And then people were like, oh, you should see the 4th. I was like, why would I? Because the last 3 were terrible. Yeah. But apparently Bumblebee's good. I've heard it's pretty enjoyable. They're like, it's the best Transformers movie. And it's like, well, if it's a decent enough movie of its own, like it deserves a better compliment than that. It's not hard to be better than Transformers.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a franchise that doesn't need revitalization.
I just want a good Beast Wars movie, just to be honest.
Oh.
Beast Wars would be great.
Yeah.
Oh. Bring it back, man. I want that. I want reboot. I want reboot to come back.
Yes.
It's they're gonna make a new reboot.
Yeah.
It's like basically Power Rangers.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It's stupid.
Live action or?
No, man. But it's just dumb. It's like there's 4 kids and they're gonna go to the net and solve
That's stupid.
crimes. Crimes. Any crime.
I got the series. I got Beast Wars on DVD for Christmas last year. I was so happy.
What? How does it end? I don't think I ever found out.
So, the 3rd season, they find out they're in Earth's past. Like they crash landed on Earth. Like they never explained how dinosaurs and apes were on the planet at the same time. But you found out like they were on Earth, and then it ends with them going back to Cybertron. Because Optimus Primal, the 2nd season ended with Megatron attacking like Optimus Prime because the Autobots were in stasis, and they're like, if we destroy them, then we destroy the future where the Decepticons lost, and then hey, we'll rule. Yeah, they didn't explain it very well, but Optimus got upgraded again because he had 2 sparks in him, and then Megatron became like this awesome friggin' dragon, like with the final 2 episodes because he put Megatron's spark in him as well, and it ended with like a lot of characters dying and then flying back to Cybertron.
Okay.
Yeah, show was awesome.
So basically, the exact same ending that Hey Arnold had.
Yeah.
You're thinking
Just
of
change the names.
You're thinking of Rugrats. That was Rugrats.
Or Doug.
Yeah.
What a stupid name for a show. What a stupid name. Your name Doug.
I love that show.
Parents don't love you.
Gosh. Oh goodness.
Doug Funny.
All right, so Darko, why are you wrong about Avengers? Let's go there because
Why are you wrong about Avengers?
no, I'm right. That's the thing.
Oh, well, let's start with the audience base.
Oh boy. Jumping right to that.
Wow.
Can movie be judged on its audience?
So pretentious.
that is a
Can I
good
get an
definition of
Americano?
pretension.
I want an Americano.
You don't.
Non-fat milk, please.
I'll have nothing.
I said audience member.
Oh,
Okay, so it was a solo burn.
she's making fun of me.
Wasn't even that good.
Something in common with the movie.
Oh, the sass! The sass!
It's overflowing.
Holy shit!
Oh man.
We can do a kamikaze burn, that's fine.
I will fly myself into you like Dave Matthews before me.
What?
That might be one of the best Dave Matthews references I've ever heard.
Crash into you.
It's that is.
It still worked. Don't kill this.
Don't kill the joke, Draco.
I didn't know what it was, but I figured it
You
was the
succubus of
thing.
joy.
I think I should have
What are you
I should
doing?
have actually. It would have been a lot better if I just said crash. And
Well, you live, you learn.
thanks, man. I don't want to even do the podcast anymore. Just gonna squeeze this ball every time Darko starts talking.
Oh man.
Do it.
Ow! Hurt my ears. I'm done.
Oh boy.
This is what-
Going back.
So, what movie are you guys most excited about coming out next year?
Something comes out in January that I'm like, well, Infinity War Part 2 or Endgame.
Yeah.
The trailer looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, the trailer didn't show anything.
Yeah, which was
Pretty good.
yeah.
I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna watch it.
Yes, she does. Thank you, Mike.
That's what I'm here for. I take care of the dogs.
must have heard the squeak.
Yeah, I'm definitely most excited for Endgame. That trailer was fantastic. I'm wondering if it's going to be like if it's going to kind of be like the trailer that we got for The Force Awakens, where all the shots were within the first half hour of the movie, so you couldn't figure out what it was going to be. Hopefully, it won't end up being a movie we have already seen.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm sure Darko's gonna hate it.
oh yeah,
You know what? The trailer looked decent. I like Joss Whedon. I don't know if he's still on.
No,
no,
it's not.
he's not. He left with after Ultron.
Oh.
After
Marvel.
the week of Ultron.
Yeah, at roughly 1 week of Ultron instead of an age. I'm curious to see how Star Wars is what's gonna
how they
happen
can
with that
pick up
movie.
the pieces of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I mean, we're never going to see a last Star Wars in our lifetime, but they're just going to keep going. And we're just like, you don't need it.
Well, I got a few
You
guys.
don't need to do it.
You need to redo 8.
at this point, it's really weird because in our lifetimes we had we get all born after the originals, and the originals are amazing. But then
I made the originals.
apparently Christian is George Lucas.
Just randomly lie.
And then we got the prequels, which were just a mess.
I just want to take this opportunity to let everyone know that I am coming out with an album.
What's it called, Christian? What's the album called?
Called Jimi Hendrix. By me, Jimi Hendrix. And all songs are written and performed by Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix.
Who is with us right now?
It's a running joke from
Okay.
From
last
karaoke last night.
Oh, okay.
busted out way too many times.
Way too late.
It's been immortalized already.
It's one of those things where it's like it's funny and then it's not funny and then it gets funny again. Oh, wait, there's something happened. There's like a something between you and I. We were younger.
Oh.
There's something where it's like
Johnny?
No, Johnny. No, I do remember that. No, I think it was actually it was me. Okay, so it was me, you. Darko might have been there. One of the St. Catherine's girls might have been there, like Aiden or something, or Pascal. I think it was Pascal.
Okay.
And Tommy, and we're all at Tommy's house, and his mom was asleep, and I just kept singing like blah 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 in my pants. Like, really funny, and then it got like super annoying, and like because Tommy was like, "Dude, everyone's asleep, everyone keeps laughing. Like, what are you doing?" And I just kept doing it, and then we all just started laughing.
Oh man.
Where did the In My Pants reference? Because that was from Clone High.
Yeah,
That's where it started.
Yeah. I got a corsage for you.
Gandhi. Who played Gandhi?
Michael McDonald.
Really?
Michael McDonald was Gandhi, yeah. That's why the show is on hiatus or / canceled, is because they sort of lobbied against it.
Oh yeah, no.
Because
it was more so because people in India were horrendously apparently like offended at like how Gandhi was in the show.
What?
But the Lord and Miller were like, he had a past. Like Gandhi, before he became famous as Gandhi, was like an insane partier.
Yeah, not only that, he seems to there's some issues with his nieces and things of that nature.
Go on.
Also, Mother Teresa, not so nice. The point is, if they didn't like the way Gandhi was represented, they should really take it up with all the things that he actually did. They reconcile that with like the ways being portrayed on the show.
Well, the other thing is,
The hypocrisy.
don't watch.
Yeah, it's like you don't have to partake in this.
Like that was. We used to, like, you and I were huge South Park fans, and I used to watch it all the time. But then it got to a point for me as I was getting more serious in my faith, where it got to a yes.
There's
There's
a
another
second one?
squeak.
I've been sitting on this ball for like 25 minutes. You get all these toys that squeak. That's
Because dogs love squeaky toys. But
why you don't get them.
so that's like
There's they love, you just don't do.
sorry.
She owns you.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's the boss.
Who owns whom?
Get out of here. Give me the squeak. Don't touch me.
Goodness. No, like I used to be really into South Park, but then as I started growing more in my faith and then seeing it was again, they were trying to make the point of why can we show other religious figures doing like terrible things, but we can't show the Prophet Muhammad even just standing there. While I got the point they were making, it's like they were having Jesus being a porn addict and all that, and that's where I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah, man. No, I get it. And like you made that decision to stop watching, right?
No,
Because
and that's the thing. Like personally, I wouldn't be like, okay, well, no one should watch the show.
yeah.
It's not something I'm going to petition to take away. It's just something I'll choose not to partake in. And if anybody wants to have a conversation, like, why don't you watch it? I'll be like, here's X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be like, don't watch this show.
Yeah, it's one thing to disagree with what they're saying. It's another thing to try and prevent other people from experiencing it. It's like you don't get to decide what I say or do or think or feel or react. You don't get to decide that for other people.
If it was if it was friends who would be like, hey, this kind of thing could upset me or lead to bad behavior or whatever, then I'd be like, hey, then it might be in your best interest not to watch this show.
Yeah.
Like, but not going to force you or try to take it away from everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's really the whole point is like that stance on like freedom of expression, right? Where it's like, that's fine. You don't have to draw your profit. I don't believe in your religion, And hey, check it out. It's so weird. I'm actually another person.
Mm.
just as much as you're a human being, I am too. Weird, right?
Yeah.
It's weird, and I think that that's sort of the same attitude that a lot of people like the whole what Trump did to the states, where you have a lot of people on the left who just completely write off people on the right, and it's like, yeah, man, like maybe you're right to do that, but at the same time you gotta understand, like those people are literally equal to you in every capacity measurable.
Yeah.
Like in terms of voting, paying your taxes, they have just as much a right to believe any ridiculous, insane stuff as you do or don't. You know what I mean? So it's like. I'm never having kids or getting any animal like squeaky toy. But there's that thing on Parks and Rec where Jen, the campaign manager that was going up against Leslie, she's campaign manager for Bobby Newport, and she's like, it was after they had their triplets, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go do whatever I want now because I don't have kids." Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, never having kids, man. I barely take care of myself. I just have like the slightest grasp on my own reality.
I second that. Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Oh.
Mike,
Yeah, what's up?
got anything to say?
I was thinking about nougat.
Like the
stuff in
chocolatey
Snickers?
nougat?
I love Snickers.
Snickers,
Guys, can we
Snickers
talk about
doesn't have
Snickers?
nougat in it, does it?
Yeah, man, doesn't it? It has all the good.
I don't think so. No, man. It's just peanuts, toffee, caramel, and a sweet chocolate coating.
Snickers.
Today's episode
I
is
feel like
sponsored
you've
by
rehearsed.
Snickers! Yes! Chris, where are the Snickers that we're clearly being,
We have
Hey,
to
to
have a
advertise
sponsor
for
for
it.
yeah,
every
they gave
episode.
you Snickers, right?
Yeah.
Do you eat all of our Snickers?
I don't actually like
where?
Snickers.
You don't like Snickers. Just threw them away. I understand. Anything so that we couldn't have them.
This concludes
I
this
know
week's
you are.
episode.
This week's special episode.
Snickerless.
Whatever this.
Okay!
Is that like Simpsons technical difficulties? Please stand by.
The cameraman's
The
like,
cameraman's drunk.
Oh man.
I know I'm on the air. I don't care. I don't care if they get my dish. Yeah, I know we're on the air. I don't care.
I miss classic Simpsons.
Yeah, they haven't been classic for a while.
Just saying, Darko. I don't know if you browse Reddit at all.
Every once in a while, yeah.
I'm subscribed to the Simpsons subreddit, and they just posted. Someone posted the other day that scene where he's the helicopter.
Oh, yeah.
He grabbed the gummy Venus. To
Oh yes.
like he's the
Precious
helicopter's
Venus.
Flying, the helicopter's flying over the house, and he comes out of the shower and he sees it and he freaks out and rips the curtain off and falls down.
Yeah, and
and
they
then
take a
it's
picture of it.
freeze
Yeah.
he said that
Homer sleeps in an oxygen. Shed naked that he believes gives him sexual powers. Hey, that's only a half truth.
sprawled out on him.
Like, what part of that? I love when they do like the infrared shot of the house, and they like zoom in on it.
I saw a video on YouTube a couple weeks ago where someone was looking at just how the different Simpsons is a very different show now than it used to be.
Oh yeah.
Where they were like, I still find some modern Simpsons episodes funny, but it's very different. Where they said like a joke would used to be passed through like 11 or 12 different writers, and then now it's just like maybe 4 or 5 people writing the show and just going for the obvious jokes. So an example was like Homer in an airport, where it would be, all right, now we're calling all our overweight like passengers, and now Homer would just be like, oh, that's me, and get up, and then everybody would chuckle because it's like, ha ha ha, Homer's chubby. But classic Simpsons would have been like, we're calling all our overweight passengers, all our overweight and bald passengers, all our overweight, bald, and dumb passengers, and then it's just the person calling, like, standing right by Homer, and then he's just like, no. And I'm like, that's very true. Like, that would be very much like a classic Simpsons joke.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's just like direct to the thing where it loses some of the layers.
Well, it's just the effort. It reeks of like sort of like an insincerity. It's lazy, and it's like, well, you're not putting the effort in, so it's like you're not giving us any credit, right? They're insulting us. So why would we continue to participate in this?
So here's a question for everyone. What?
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 As still do that. Oh, for sure. Oh yeah. Monica's like just catching on.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
You got a trainer. You got
Well, you're not that you gotta train anybody you have in your life. What you do, like doing stuff.
It's called adaptation. That's the friendlier word.
Yeah, it's like how do I put this? If you're smarter than someone you love,
You will let them know in every way.
no, you'll subtly manipulate and control them until there's someone that behaves in a way that's more convenient for you.
Let's get gaslit.
well, that's terrible.
It seems a bit too thought out to be a joke.
Looks like you really
This
put
is,
a lot of premeditation.
Sounds
into
very,
this.
very concerning, and I'm pretty sure psychopathic.
I'm sure the jury will see it the same way. We have, this is being live fed to every court in Toronto.
Inevitably goes to trial.
The evidence is here. Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed today's episode. Part 2 will be up next week, and I can't wait to share the rest of this with you. We went for a good while, so yeah, it's a multi-parter. Hope you enjoyed, and God bless, my friends. Take care.